What's going on, guys? So today we got a legit check on the Travis ones. Now there's a lot of fakes going around. They're getting really scary, really good. A lot of people are wasting money, getting burnt. Fortunately, it's going to happen as well. You know what I mean? This video is to teach you and to educate you on how to legit check them so that doesn't happen to you. Because I know you don't want to waste $2,000 on a fake pair. I don't want to waste $2,000 on a fake pair. Rather just buy the real one. So we're a resale consignment shop. We have two stores, one located in Deptford Mall in New Jersey, another one in Springfield Mall, PA. That's where we're at right now. We get buyouts all day. Buyouts come in. Obviously, we have to legit check them so we don't buy them and sell them as replicas. I do most of the legit checking here. Shout out Josh. He also does the legit checking here. And pretty much we legit check everything that comes through the doors to ensure that our customers do not get sold fake shoes. Let's get into the Travis one. The story behind this is seller came in. He had two other pairs with him. The Travis was the third one. He wanted to sell, all the shoes. He did a buyout off somebody, I guess maybe one of his friends, and he wasn't sure if the Travis was legit. So he wasn't trying to pawn it off as trying to sell it. He really just wanted a legit check first before he was going to sell it to us. Gave us a shoe. Replica is on the left. Authentic is on the right. Obviously, reverse for you. This is the replica, which if you don't have a pair side by side, it's going to be a little iffy for you to legit check them, to be honest with you. There's definitely some inconsistencies that if you've just seen pairs previously, you'll know what you're looking at. You know what I mean? It comes down to just seeing enough pairs. But for you at home, you're going to meet up with someone, or you just got a pair in the mail or something along those sorts, and you don't have a pair to compare to, what are you going to do? Go to Google. Go to YouTube to watch videos. That's where you're going to find, the best possible way to legit check the shoe you just bought for $2,000. So let's get into it. Remember, replica's on the left, authentic's on the right. So off the bat with the box. The box is a slight different shade of brown. Yeah, nothing major, short. But no, it actually matters. This is how you're going to tell. Slight different shade of brown, definitely a darker brown on the box itself. Box label is good, font's good, everything's good on that. The only thing is the Jordan.com is a slightly different shade as well. So it's gold. This is kind of like a brushed gold versus a shinier gold. When you open up the box, you're going to get into the paper of the box itself. Two different shades of pink. The Travis One highs and the Travis One lows come with pink paper inside the box, the Cactus Jack on it, the face, the Wings logo, the Nike Air, all that stuff is on the paper, but the colors are different on the paper. Darker pink, lighter pink. Another major thing with the box was on this specific pair was inside the box, there's white borders on the authentic one. So on the authentic one, there's white bordering along the box, where on the replica, they didn't have the white bordering. It's just straight red all around the box. Now let's move the boxes out of the way, get into the shoes. So authentic on the right, replica on the left. When you turn it around, the Cactus Jack face. So on the authentic, it's not as bolded as it is on the replica. So the replica is darker and bolded. The authentic is kind of brushed over with suede, and it's not as bolded as the replica is. On the back tab, so most of the fakes on pretty much all Jordan 1s have a fat tab instead of a skinny tab. So skinny, fat. You want the skinny tab. That's what you're looking for, is skinny tab on the authentic. Definitely a major key to look for. If it's a fat tab like that, and everything else is kind of looking good, just pass. It's not even worth it. It's a lot of money. Moving around to the front of the shoe. So the Nike Air on the tongue is a major key on this shoe. On the authentic, it's nice and clean, no red bleeding. So red bleeding, I mean around the edges of the Nike Air. On the replica, there is the red bleeding on both sides of the Nike Air. You can kind of see on the inside of it as well, it looks like the dye kind of bled out onto the white behind where they stitched over. On the authentic, it is not. So quality as well on the stitching. You can see on the replica stitching, it's very bold. You can clearly see the stitching. It's a different color than the entire shoe. On the authentic, it's not. It's a slight shade darker in stitching versus the brown suede along the shoe. It's not as defined. It doesn't pop out as much as the replica one does, where, you know, it's not the best quality suede, so the stitching is just bright and right on top of the shoe. So moving into the back of the tongue. On the back of the tongue, on the replica, it's short and stubby. All the words and everything kind of roll over on top of it, where on the authentic Travis one, it's nice, it's firm, it's not going anywhere. Versus on the replica, it's real flimsy, it's gonna move around. I could probably legit just pull it right off right now. The writing on the inside, key fact right here. Clear and defined on the authentic. You can read all the letters. It's not bleeding out. It doesn't look like you just wrote it in red Sharpie in your basement. On the replica, it does. Okay, the stitching is just bad quality when they were writing in with the, made in China, the fabrics, everything about the shoe, the swoosh with the R, the trademark, all that stuff is just terrible quality. It looks bad. It's bleeding out. Definitely no good. Still on the tongue here. So on the authentic, there is a fatter space from the stitching. So there's 2 stitch lines going across the tongue. Same thing on the replica, 2 stitch lines, but on the authentic, it's wider. So it's in length, it's longer, and it's a little wider as well when comparing it. We're still on the upper because there is a decent amount of flaws on this replica shoe. So around the collar line on the replica, it's super flimsy. Okay, it's real bent out of shape. It's like almost looks like a V instead of a U. So a U shape, nice and clean. I squeeze it as much as I want. It's popping right back to where it was. On the replica, I can bend it, distort it, and now it's looking like a Y. So moving into stitching on the inside of the sole. So there are black light tricks that you can do on the shoe and all that, but I mean, if you're going to a meetup and you forget a black light, what are you going to do? Tell them, nah, never mind, I don't have my black light? No, you're going to have to legit check the shoe. So on the inside stitching, on the replica, is very spread apart. So it's super thin and very spread apart, whereas on the authentic, it is very close and the stitching itself is wider. That's definitely a key to look for on the authentic pair. And then when you're checking the replica pair, make sure that stitching is thick and is close together, not super spread out. So now the lace bags, this is going to be a little difficult, especially when you don't have a pair to compare to, or you've never had a pair in hand and know how the lace bags feel. So replica lace bags are right here. Authentic lace bags are right here. So colors of the pink are different. On the replica pair, the pink is super vibrant, where on the authentic pair, the pink is nice and subtle. You know what I mean? It's not super bright like it is on the replica pair. Also, sizing in the lace bag. You can clearly see this lace bag is much bigger. Mind you, this is a 10, this is a 9.5. Not going to be much different. Super big on the lace bag itself, right? So compare side by side, you can see clear as day right there. This is where it's a little tough and gets hard to describe. It's quality of the lace bag. So on the authentic lace bag, it feels cheap. If you have any other Jordan 1s, feel the lace bag and compare it to this one. They feel like every other Jordan 1 lace bag. It doesn't feel, great. On the authentic one, it doesn't feel great. You can just rip it apart. On the replica pair, this is like thick plastic. Like, I honestly don't think I can pop a hole in this plastic by me ripping it. That's one way to tell is the quality. That's going to be a little tough on your guys' end. You know what I mean? If you have another Jordan 1 where you can grab the lace bag off of it, grab the lace bag off, compare it to the Travis you just got in. See if the quality feels the same in the lace bags. So that's pretty much it, guys. You know what I mean? There's going to be a lot of, different replica pairs that, some of the things I just pointed out aren't going to work on that pair. They're going to get better. They're going to get better and better and better. And that's just what happens. You know what I mean? The best thing you can do is those minor key differences is what you have to look for that. You know what I mean? You can't, play it off as, it could be, imperfection or, something, whatever from the factory. No, you have to look at that stuff because 9 times out of 10, those little imperfections, that makes them the replica. You know what I mean? Those little things will make them the replica. It's going to get to the point where they're going to be almost identical and it's scary. You know what I mean? There's going to be minor flaws because they can't get them perfect, but they're going to get them as perfect as possible. So it's going to be those little key differences that you have to look for when legit checking an authentic and a replica. And when you don't have a pair side by side like this to compare, you know what I mean? You're going to have to go to YouTube, pull up the YouTube video, go through little by little by little, break down each part of the video, compare them, you know what I mean? Pause it on the part that you're at, check your pair, check the video, go to Google, look at Google images of, side by side, stuff like that. Whatever it helps, whatever it takes for you to legit check this shoe so you don't waste your money on a fake pair, do it. So that's pretty much it for this one, guys. It was a good one, definitely key differences, and hopefully it's going to help you guys long term and save you some money from getting burnt. That's definitely the last thing you want to do is spend $2K on a shoe, and it's no good. So like, follow, subscribe, more videos coming. We got more videos of the store, more legit checks, whatever you guys want, whatever you guys want to see, we're down to do it.